ever been in school, just minding your own business, and then for no reason, some teacher just begins to hate on you? That's right, guys. Today we're talking about the people we're supposed to trust the most, our teachers. But sometimes, the most trusted person in the room
is the most dangerous.
I'm talking about teachers who have stalked their own students, teachers who have had time with their students, and some even killed their own students. But guys, make sure you like and subscribe if you think your teacher is innocent. There to watch? Let's get on with it then. Have y'all ever had a friend with asthma? If you have, you probably know what happens when they don't have an inhaler. They breathe heavy, cough, and sometimes even have an asthma attack. Asthma attacks can really be deadly. Like if you can't breathe, you'll probably die unless you get help. Vanilla beans. If you have a close friend with asthma, this incident will make your blood boil. Check this out.
Teacher took her inhaler. This girl had asthma. She kept her inhaler in her hoodie pocket always. Well, one day a teacher sees her pull it out and goes, "Put that away, no distractions." "But it's my inhaler." "Then use it before or after class." "Give me it." Takes the inhaler. She sits there, silent. 2 minutes later, she starts wheezing. It gets worse. She's having trouble breathing now. Yo, she can't breathe. Very funny, cut it out. She thinks she's faking it. Now the girl's on the floor, she's shaking and she can't breathe at all. Teacher still thinks she's faking it. Somebody runs to the hallway and grabs another teacher. Teacher comes in, takes one look and yells, "Where's her inhaler?" Kid points to the desk. "She's faking it, right?" "Give me that. Here." She uses it. Finally, some relief. The principal gets called. That first teacher was essentially suspended for a week. She had mandatory training, and she never lived it down, to the point where she didn't come back to teach the next year. Yeah, who in the world would do this?
She didn't come back the next year? Good. Who in the world would do that? I hate when teachers always think you're lying. Like I had a teacher who wouldn't let anyone go to the bathroom because he always thought they were faking it to go outside and play. So one day a classmate really needed to go to the bathroom, but the teacher wouldn't let him, and he peed his pants all over the floor. But gosh, this teacher was so arrogant. Like, to think you know better than someone else about their own body like that? She knew that she was in the wrong for taking it away, but to save face, she doubled down. Thank God that other kid got another teacher. Alright, vanilla beans, some teachers are arrogant, but some are just straight up creepy. Have you ever thrown things at those ceiling panels in school? Or like maybe lifted one of them and seen the eerie dark space out there? Well, there might not only be aircon pipes and foundations under those panels. Some kids apparently caught their teachers stalking on them. Check this out.
What is that in my classroom?
Is that person? I have so many questions. Is there just a homeless guy living up there? Or maybe it's to catch students who aren't paying attention. That wouldn't help me stay on task. That just distract me, not gonna lie. Like even just the clock is distracting to me. So a little guy in the ceiling would definitely not help. I just had an idea for the comment of the day actually. First of all, thank you guys for watching to this point. Let's confuse the others who haven't watched this far by commenting ceiling guy. I bet they'll be so confused. I promise to heart your comment if you do it. Creepy is one thing, but this next teacher incident will make you want to lock your doors at night, even when you know your parents wouldn't let anyone they don't know inside. Remember, these stories don't represent all teachers. I'm sure most of your teachers are very honest and nice people, but some kids aren't as lucky with their teachers as you guys. These kids in particular disappeared. And you won't believe what happened to them when they got found.
Did you know that a beloved elementary school teacher murdered 26 students and buried them beneath his classroom? On December 3rd, 1978, a janitor at Norwood Park Elementary School in Chicago made a horrifying discovery in the basement: human remains, dozens of them, hidden beneath the office of John Wayne Gacy. For 6 years, Gacy had been the perfect teacher. Parents loved him. He ran after-school programs and mentored troubled kids, but he was hunting them. Gacy targeted vulnerable students from broken homes, kids who wouldn't be missed immediately. When they disappeared, police dismissed them as typical runaways. The janitor's flashlight revealed the truth. 26 bodies crammed into the crawl space and basement, all students who had last been seen in Gacy's care. Parents had trusted this man with their children's lives, never knowing he was a predator. For over 6 years, he killed while maintaining his respected position in the community. The most trusted person in their lives had become their worst nightmare.
What do you even say after that? How does someone spend that much time with kids and then decide to end their lives? These students probably spent more time with their teacher than their own parents. It's terrifying. This teacher definitely had some kind of underlying motive, or just mental illness. I hope this story was just fiction. Otherwise, it'll be hard for me to know who to trust not to murder me. This guy is a monster. And speaking of monsters hiding in plain sight, it's on a whole other level of violation. This next one is very unusual. It has to do with the worst crime of them all, an adult forcing a child to do the thing. These sort of crimes are usually committed by lonely men, but the criminal in this case was basically the opposite. Let's watch what happened.
The 4th grade teacher who got pregnant by one of her students has officially been sentenced. I mean, this is horrible. This all started in August of 2023 when parents began reporting that the Tennessee teacher Alyssa McCobbins was having inappropriate relationships with their children. She would first befriend her former students by playing video games with them like Fortnite, and then further engage with them through social media apps, which led to her sending inappropriate photographs and requesting actual relations with them. She had as many as 21 victims between the ages of 12 and 17, and the one that got her pregnant was 12 years old. She was initially arrested in order to have no contact with her students, but when she got out, she got a burner phone and immediately called that student saying she was pregnant with his child. She even threatened him, saying he would regret going to authorities, and said she would take her own life if he ended their relationship.
She raped 21 children? It just makes your skin crawl. Yup. This is definitely the face of a woman who's guilty. And on top of that, forcing a 12-year-old to become a father? Like, I can't even imagine that, guys. When I was 12, I was still playing Mario Kart on my Nintendo. Smash that like button if you've played Mario Kart before, guys. But yeah, those children just have to live with that memory for the rest of their lives. Like, that stuff will make them so much more anxious around people they trust. Alright guys, after something that heavy, I feel like we need a breather. So we're switching it up. This one is actually really funny and smart. A student got so tired of his teacher bombarding him with homework, so he found the most genius way to take revenge. Watch this.
Can you hear it? You will hear the laughter of thousands as the sky opens up. You will hear the trumpets play their happy sounds. The sparkling blood of life will pour down onto us all.
Ugh. If I was his teacher Joel, I would definitely not be able to sleep after seeing that on a student's homework. Did you get scared, Vanilla Beans? No? Damn it. You guys are so brave. But guys, let's see if you're brave enough for this next one. It's so creepy that it sounds paranormal. I'd quite like a paranormal teacher. Then maybe I'd be able to skip school, since ghosts obviously don't have jobs. Or can they? Alright, Vanilla Beans, enough yapping. Let's find out more about this paranormal teacher.
It happened in Indonesia. A group of college students, a night class. The lecture started like any other. A woman entered. She spoke clearly, wrote on the board, taught for over an hour. No one questioned it. Until after class, someone asked the school who the guest lecturer was, but the school said no one had come. The students laughed at first, but one had recorded the class, just for fun. They watched the video together and noticed something wrong. The woman's feet weren't touching the floor. She was floating, just slightly, a few inches above the ground. No footsteps, no sound, just a low hum on the audio. Some said it was fake, but others believed. They named her the floating teacher. The video spread. People still argue about it online. Was she real? A ghost? A warning? No one knows. The video was deleted, but some students still remember.
Okay, you know what? In a weird way, a ghost teacher who just wants to lecture about, I don't know, floating math is almost comforting after the previous teachers. I mean, she didn't hurt any of the children. Maybe she could just teach them how to float or something. I'd be more interested in that than math at least. Wouldn't you guys also want to learn how to float? It would be so fun just floating through a McDonald's drive-thru, right? Alright guys, no more McDonald's. This next one is going to sit with me for a long time. This is the stuff of urban legends. The kind of story you tell around a campfire and then instantly regret. You know how teachers are meant to build the future of the country and lead their students to their future? That might not always be the best thing. Watch this video and you'll know what I mean.
In 1981, a teacher had an unusual habit. He never called his students by their real names. Instead, he assigned them labels based on their future potential. Potential murderer, he called, and Callum raised his hand. Potential burglar, another boy responded. Potential cannibal, Joshua hesitated before lifting his hand. The students found it strange, but amusing. A dark joke they played along with. But later that day, Callum approached Joshua with a smirk. "Come over for dinner," he said. "I've got something special planned." That evening, Joshua felt a strange mix of curiosity and unease about the meal, its taste unlike anything he'd had before. He quickly dismissed the feeling as they shared stories and laughter. But as he walked home, a growing dread lingered, long after the meal had ended. The next morning, as roll call began, the teacher went through the usual routine. Potential burglar, Brian raised his hand. When the teacher reached Callum's name, he paused and simply said, "Callum." The teacher moved on. "Next one, Joshua," he said. Unbeknownst to Joshua, the night before, Callum had followed a homeless man into a secluded area, lured him in with the promise of help, and ended his life. Callum dismembered the body and brought the parts home. The boys were now not just potentials, but a real cannibal and murderer.
That's like some next level power fetish. This teacher really took leading the future of their children literally. Like literally naming them by what they'll be labeled in the future and then fulfilling that prophecy personally. Like that's crazy. My teacher also abused his power sometimes, but not near to this extent. One time he made us all get under our desks and start barking like dogs and peeing on the ground. I don't know why he did that. That's a bit weird. But yeah, I wonder what the rest of the students are called. What crimes they'll commit. That might have been a bit much. We might need another video to get our minds of that. So let's end this video with a funnier and more light-hearted example. Have you ever been creeped out by one of your teachers? Maybe your PE teacher looked at you wrong. Or maybe a teacher told you who they thought was the prettiest student. That stuff is just inappropriate, but luckily, they don't usually act on it. This video, however, is different. Let's watch it together.
Green, green grass, blue, blue skies. By the way, Timmy, you got 5 minutes left, alright? Look, next time you're in lesson, don't fart on your classmates. It's just silly, alright? It's not needed. Anyways, would you mind passing me my hot chocky walkie? Thank you. Can never go wrong with a hot chocky walkie, am I right? Thanks, waiter.
I'll be having a tip then, please.
Sorry, what? A tip? Oh, a tip, yeah. No, I can give you a tip. Except this tip doesn't involve money.
Sir, what are you talking about?
I'm just joking with you. Calm down, alright? It's just a joke. Anyways, it's been 5 minutes. You can leave now, alright? Doors that way. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thanks, Daddy.
Oh, sit back down. What did you just say?
I don't want to repeat it, sir.
You know, in my 95 years of teaching, no one has ever said something that's made me tingle so much inside. Oh, God, someone stop me.
I think I'm going to go now, sir.
You're not going anywhere. And about that tip you were looking for earlier.
What does he mean by a tip? And why did he look down like that? I can't lie, the student wasn't helping de-escalate by saying that. Who calls their teacher daddy? I hope that was some kind of bad joke. Vanilla Beans, don't ever act like this with your teacher. Like, this is not normal behavior, which you can probably also tell. Alright, Vanilla Beans, my brain needs a bleaching after that. If you have any stories about your teacher that are creepy or disturbing, feel free to tell me in the comments. Smash that like button if you're grateful for your normal teachers. And of course, remember to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next video. Stay safe, and maybe do a background check on your teacher. Okay, bye bye!